Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. This is Motor Mike Media, and as always, I'm Motor Mike, and today, well, we're going to talk about the Honda Pilot, the Honda Passport, and the good old Honda Ridgeline, the good old Trifecta from Honda. So we'll start with the Pilot first. Now, the Pilot's the best-selling of all these vehicles. It's basically a mid-size crossover or SUV, and it's probably my least favorite design, but they all have a very similar front end. You know, pretty upscale, more modern. The side profile on the Pilot has some pretty decent body lines, but I'm not the biggest fan of the silhouette. The proportions just aren't what I'm into, but the rear end, it looks okay. Nothing too special here, but like I said, the overall vehicle, it's modern. And the interior, well, basically all these vehicles have the same interior. The interior is a nice place to be. Good materials. There's harder plastics down below, but they seem to be a higher grade plastic compared to some of the competitors. You sit in nice comfortable seats. You have a nice gauge cluster from the driver, a nice infotainment screen. The Honda system, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best in its class, but it does everything you need it to do, and it's an easy system to use. Good hard touch buttons. I always appreciate hard touch buttons. And unfortunately, all these vehicles have a push button select for the transmission. Not my cup of tea, but I guess it works pretty well. But the interior is a nice place to be. It's very comfortable. Now, going over to its little brother, the Passport. The Passport, well, basically it's a shorter version of the Pilot. So they basically get rid of the third row, because that's what the Pilot has. It's a mid-size, it has a third row. So the Pilot's more for like larger families. You want the extra third row capabilities. The Passport is smaller, you lose that third row, for more of an adventurous person. You can see in the front end, it's a little bit different compared to the Pilot. They changed some trim pieces out and add some cladding to make it more adventurous, more sporty looking. The side profile has basically the same silhouette, just more crunched down. It makes it look a little bit better in my opinion. Pretty good body lines. And the rear end. The rear end's where you can see the biggest difference here. The taillights are different. Basically the reflectors that come in on the Pilot, they're gone here on the Passport. If you know what to look for, you can see that that's basically all it is. But they do enough little changes here and there to make the Passport a little bit more unique and different. And like I said, they're trying to make it more adventurous, more sporty looking. And that's a very, very hot segment. The Passport is basically a slightly larger compact crossover SUV, but it's smaller than a midsize, so it's that tweener space. And then we have the good old Honda Ridgeline, guys. The Honda Ridgeline is basically the truck for most people. Now, yes, it's not the most, doesn't do the most towing. It's not the most off-road capable. But it's a very capable truck. It can do a lot of things quite well, and it can do things that other trucks can't do. Independent suspension all the way around, so it's a very smooth, comfortable ride. And just like the other vehicles, like I said, it has the same interior, which is more premium, more luxurious compared to most of the vehicles in its class. And not only that, but it has its own little things, like I said. The tailgate's special, it folds out, you have a lockable storage in the back. These little things that make it different. And I really like the HPD package. Now that package makes it even more truck-like. That was the biggest thing for 2021, is the redesign to make this more macho-looking, more truck-like. And with that package, it does just that. You get different fenders, they tweak a few little things, special rims and tires. So it is a little bit more off-road ready with that macho off-road look, but it's a very capable truck. Now all these vehicles have the same power plant as well. The good old 3.5 liter V6 engine. Now that has V-TEC, guys, and it has 280 horsepower and about 262 pound-feet of torque. So really good numbers. What Honda does with this trifecta of vehicles is they share so many same components, it cuts down the cost of them and maximizes the profits. So it's basically a 1-2-3 hit. Like I said, the Passport's the best selling compared to the other vehicles, but the Ridgeline sales have slowly been going up and up, and with that refresh for 2021, there's been a lot of buzz about it. And the Passport, well, that came out just a few years ago, and those sales have been slowly rising and rising. It's a very hot segment, guys. Now, basically, a Ridgeline, that's going to cost you a little under $38,000 for a base model, so it is pretty pricey, but it does come with lots of good standard features, and all-wheel drive is standard. Now then you have the Passport. Now the Passport, just under $33,000, and that's front-wheel drive standard. You have to pay a few extra grand to get all-wheel drive, and all the all-wheel drive between these vehicles is very good. It gets you through snow, gets you through mud. It can do some light off-roading. Obviously the Ridgeline is probably the most off-road capable, with the Passport being second, and the Pilot being the most street-oriented. Now that Pilot, well, that's just under $33,000 as well. It is just a little bit more than the smaller Passport. I'm not sure why, but it is. And that is front-wheel drive standard as well. You have the option that all-wheel drive. But these are three great vehicles, guys. I want to know which one you get. Which one of these do you guys like the best? Are you more into the Ridgeline? Do you like the Passport because it's more adventurous? Or do you need the Pilot for all that space? Please let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And if you haven't already and you want to, please check out my channel. I keep trying to give you guys more and more content. It's about cars, trucks, crossovers, and SUVs, combustion engines, and EVs, a little of everything. But please, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you guys can stay up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel. And as always, I truly, truly appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.